Adam, tying your career low round on tour, what was clicking for you today?
Yeah, it was all good today. I mean, the big difference was I putted nicely right out of the gate, made one-on-one and freed up a little bit. So, I believe I'm playing this well, but you've got to make some putts at the end of the day to shoot a number. So that was the difference between the first 2 days and today.
What keeps you, I mean, it can be, I guess, hard at times. You're back in the pack, going to be hard to have a chance to win, but to keep yourself motivated to put in the work to come out here and play as well as you can, where does that come from?
Yeah, I think just having been out here so long, knowing that it can be one round or one shot or something can really turn it around. I've got a lot of work to do for the rest of this season. There's still some big tournaments to play. And, I'd rather leave today with the confidence shooting 62 than kind of mailing it in and maybe shooting 70 or 72 and not really getting anything out of it. I'm out here for a reason, so I'll try and get the most out of it if I can.
Do you mentally recover faster at this point because you've got more experience coming off of an event like last week, which was, I'm sure, really draining? Do you recover mentally as quickly as maybe you did in the past or quicker because of the experience?
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was like a real letdown draining, not a confidence and fatigue. I was a big letdown on Sunday last week. I knew I was going to have to play this week. But I actually think now the last couple years having these signature events after majors, not that I've been in contention at all the majors, but like having to change my habits a little bit. For my whole career, I pretty much took every week off after a major, and all of a sudden we're playing big events right on the back of it. So, using Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday wisely, I think is big for me. And I hate to say, but I feel more fatigue at this point in the season than I did 10 years ago. It's just the fact of the matter. And, it's smart if I take it pretty easy for a few days.
What are some examples of things that you do or don't do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday now that maybe in the past, you just took the week off where you just, what's different?
Definitely not come out to the course Monday, Tuesday, unless I've really got something to fix or need to do, but, don't use the energy. Fortunately, I've been coming to these places a long time and know the course, and it's really about conserving energy and just having a bit of recovery so that hopefully, when you're in contention the next weekend, there's plenty in the tank still.
Is when you putt the way that you did sort of yesterday and then today, obviously things turned around significantly, is it something that you just have to mentally just sort of let go of the day before and just start anew, or was there something that you realized that changed? Is it something as random as seeing a couple go in early that just sort of sparks things? What changed?
Yeah, man. I mean, if I started talking to you about how you manage these parts of the game, you'd think we're all crazy. But I didn't even feel like I had a problem putting yesterday. Yeah, I hit one off the green, but it was windy and quick. I hit good putts and they didn't go in. Nothing felt bad other than they missed. They lipped out and they burned the edges and they added up to be a lot. It's super annoying. And I don't get discouraged by that because it doesn't feel bad. It's different if, I hit a putt today that's the worst putt I've hit in recent memory, and it's one of my better rounds, and that bothers me more than, yesterday.
Just the randomness of it.
Just such a bad putt. I got so in my own head trying to do something and on that putt, and it completely jammed me up. So, but you do need a trigger, I think, to change it. You can't do the same stuff and expect a different result. So, I actually had a quick chat with Trevor this morning about it at the putting green, and he just gave me something else to think of, and that worked until I actually really thought of it on that one putt and got in my own way. But it was really good today. So, I didn't really change anything technically other than just something to, allow a bit more freedom.
It was a 10-shot difference in your score from yesterday. Did you feel like the conditions were like a 10-shot difference? It was pretty tough.
A little
yesterday.
bit. I mean, look, it was very windy yesterday. I think it was tough. I mean, there were a couple good scores out here for sure, but it was a tough day around this place yesterday. I don't know if it's a 10-shot difference, but I played really, really good golf today.
Guys earlier in the week had mentioned that the timing of this event and this type of venue coming after Memorial, Canadian Open, certainly the U.S. Open, that it's sort of refreshing in some ways to come to a golf course in a venue where it's scoreable and such like that. Do you agree that as far as the timing and the way that this golf course is set up and the way the tournament is run, that this is kind of a welcome break?
Yeah, although, I mean, I think the rough, certainly in areas, is longer than I've ever seen it here. So, you know, down the right of one on Thursday, I kind of hit a pretty okay tee shot just in the rough and, like, was hacking. I'm like, I can't believe this. But, yes, generally it is. And, you know, the way my year's gone where I've played, you know, not up to scratch, when you play the signature events and the majors and a couple other tough events through Florida, like, it's hard to break par. I feel like I haven't really broken par very much. And I haven't been playing horrible, but I haven't been playing great. So it's nice to have a round like today where you get it going a little bit.
What Trevor told you, was it technical or mental, would you say?
I don't know. It was more just a feeling of, you know, watching the putt roll in my posture. You know, I think he liked the idea that I just kind of stayed down in the shot more rather than just standing up to watch it roll. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks, Adam.
Okay.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good plan.